In this video, I'll show you why cutting out carbs actually makes your blood sugar worse and what to do instead. I'm Isaac Pullman, registered dietitian, fellow person with type 1 diabetes, and the CEO of the Pullman Institute, and we have helped over 1,000 clients all over the world stabilize their blood sugar, lower their A1C, restore their health for good without cutting out carbs, without relying on meds to do so. And if you're ready to do that as well, just click the link below to apply to work with our team, and we'll show you how. So while avoiding carbs may provide some temporary benefits, whether that be a lowering of your spikes, more satisfaction after eating, maybe some weight loss, lowering of insulin resistance, it really doesn't address the reasons why you're having blood sugar issues when you eat carbs. Because all that we're seemingly doing is removing the nutrient that we have a problem with processing. So is it the carbs that are the problem, or is it our inability to process them that is? And it's typically the processing. So let's dive into the details of why cutting out carbs in the long term fails. Number one, increases in stress. Now, the reason that this happens is because our body still needs carbs, whether we eat them or not. Now, in the low carb communities, many times they'll talk about, hey, our bodies can produce carbs, can make them, so we don't need to eat them. And technically, that is true. We make carbohydrates. Our body can convert, protein can convert a small percentage of fat into carbohydrates, so our body can continue on functionally optimally. But what's often missed is what it takes to actually do that. One of which is to break down muscle mass, which is this metabolically active tissue that helps our body consume or eat more of those carbs in our bloodstream so that they are no longer causing blood sugar issues. Well, when we lose that because of all the stress, well, we no longer have that extra storage space to put those carbohydrates. Also, whenever there's a rise in stress hormones, automatically our blood sugar hormones like insulin no longer work as well. And that's where many people get these high blood sugars, and it stays that way because insulin is no longer working because these stress hormones are preventing that insulin to help to bring that blood sugar back down. And then whenever we have higher stress hormones circulating, automatically our body uses up more nutrients and minerals that are really important for keeping blood sugar stable. Things like magnesium and potassium and sodium and calcium, all of which help to stabilize our blood sugar levels. But whenever the stress hormones are high, we waste through those even more so, and we end up getting rid of the exact nutrients that are key to keeping our blood sugar in range. Then number two, lower carb processing. What does that mean? Whenever we're eating lower carb, what that also means is higher fat. Whenever we're eating higher fat, it lowers our ability to process carbs. This is known as the Randall cycle. And what this Randall cycle suggests is the more that we're exposed to fat, the lower our ability to process carbs, and vice versa. The lower exposure to fat, the higher ability we have to process carbohydrates. When we get into this place where we want to be able to eat carbs again, we also at the same time don't want to be eating higher fat because that disrupts our ability to process those carbohydrates. Also, many times with these higher fat, lower carb diets, we're not eating as much potassium. And potassium is a crucial nutrient that is key for powering our metabolism, our thyroid health, and our insulin sensitivity, all of which go into improving our ability to process carbs. And then number three, reduced tolerance. How is that different from processing? When we're cutting out a nutrient, whether that be something like carbs or something else, our ability to tolerate that food usually decreases. It's very similar to like going into the gym and you're going in frequently and you're working out and you're gaining muscle and you're gaining strength. And then maybe all of a sudden you stop for a few weeks, a month, a year, right? And if it's for a longer period of time, you might have lost some strength. You might have lost some muscle. You might not have lost it all, but you've at least lost some of it. It's the same thing with carbs. It's a use it or lose it type of thing. If we want to maintain it, we want to be still consuming some carbs, even if our blood sugar is high, and then work on our lifestyle pieces to continue to improve our tolerance to those. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we need to be eating high carb because many people, at least at the beginning, can't do that because they can't process it well. But at the same time, we still should be eating some carbohydrates year round to maintain that tolerance and then continue to work on our nutrition and lifestyle to build that tolerance over time. And then number 4, missing the big picture. Whenever we work with clients, interact with followers, messages, emails, a big takeaway that we've seen is many people have been convinced that the only reason that their blood sugar is high or off is because of their nutrition. They have cut out carbs, they have cut out sugar, they have avoided fast food, they have taken supplements, they have done testing around nutrition, and they feel like they've tried everything, or they're overwhelmed with where to start, or they've seen contradictory information every which way and they're wondering, hey, how should I eat? Should I eat this way or should I eat this way? And all of those people are generally missing one thing. They have a narrow view of what balanced blood sugar really is and what it entails. And while, yes, nutrition and supplementation and carbs and fat and protein and micronutrients, all of those things have their time and place and can be very important, many times we're assuming that is the only reason that our blood sugar could be high. When in reality, there's so many other factors. There's circadian rhythm, sleep, stress response, movement, muscle mass. There's something called personal fat threshold. There's so many other pieces that influence our ability to keep our blood sugar within a healthy range. And for many people, we're assuming the problem is just with our nutrition. Now, that being said, every single client that we work with, we do recommend changes around nutrition, especially personalized ones, because it's not just about eating healthy, it's eating healthy for your body. But also looking at lifestyle can be just as, if not more important than nutrition. And I think about it like this. Nutrition helps to keep your blood sugar stable, right? If you're at a 200, it helps to keep it stable at 200. If you're at a 150, it helps to keep it stable at 150. Less spikes, less crashes, more predictable. Now, when lifestyle comes in, it helps to reverse that. So if you're at a 200, it helps to shift it down to 90s and 80s. If you're at 150, it helps it shift it down to mid 70s and mid 80s. So think about your nutrition as being the means to balance it, lifestyle as being the means to reverse it. So no matter what we're eating, carbs, dessert, whatever, our body responds well. And this is called metabolic flexibility. This means your body can handle all foods, including carbs, without big swings in your blood sugar. And the great news is even if you've done keto and carnivore and low carb or any other restrictive diet, you can regain your metabolic flexibility. It's a thing that you can change, which supports better blood sugar, better carb tolerance, and better health overall because you're able to eat the carbs, get the health benefits of those carbs without the spikes. And if you're ready to do that, just click the link below to apply to work with our team and we'll show you how. If you like this video, check out our other video here to see how our client Matt reversed his prediabetes without cutting out ice cream, pizza, or bread.